Right, hello everyone, my name's Rob, I'm with precodecamp.com, and in this video we're going to be going over functions that return values. And in this challenge here, we're going to write a function that will count the number of vowels that it finds in a string and returns the number. So for example, we have this right here where it says we can count the vowels. We're putting in there hello, and what we should get back in the console, or what we should get back returned, should be 2 because it has an E and an O. I also put a hint in here. You can use the includes in order to check to see if the string includes a certain character, letter. And so I thought that I would explain a few things as we go along with this. Feel free to pause the video, see if you can conduct the challenge yourself, and play the video. That way you can learn. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. The very first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create a function here, and I'm going to call it count vowels. So we'll do a function count vowels. It does take a string, right? The parameter that we put in here is going to be a string, and then we're going to have some code happen in between these curly braces here. And for now, I'm just going to do a console log of string, and I'm going to do exactly what we had up here in our example of count vowels. And I'm going to save this and run this. Now, if you don't have Visual Studio Code looking like mine, and you are interested in features that I'm using with the extensions and stuff, please take a look at the description below. You'll see a link to get in your VS Code set up the way that I'm running this. If not, feel free to use any web-based editor such as JS to Fiddle or Code Sandbox, something of that nature. All right, so we know that this function works. We're seeing hello up here. Now it's time to talk a little bit about includes. What does it do whenever we are looking at something, right? So let's take a look at that. If I use the keyword includes, and we'll do something like this. We'll say let vowels equal A-E-I-O-U, and notice that they're all lowercase here. And if we did the following, if we said a console log of vowels dot includes the letter A. Let's see what we get in here. And I'm going to remove that very first console log here. And I'm going to clear this out as well, and then I'm going to run it. And what includes gives us is either a true or a false statement. So it's taking a look at the vowels, and it's saying, hey, inside the string, is there a letter A in there? And if there is, then hey, it's going to come back with a true. So if I type an F in here and save it, and I run this, I do get a false, right? Because F is not included. F is not included in that string that we have right here. Okay, so that's the way that includes works. It's going to take a look at the string in this example here and compare it and say, hey, did we find that letter inside there? And if it did, cool. It's going to say true. All right, so now that we know includes, let's go ahead and also talk about how we can almost like loop through a string in order to compare it to the vowels, right? Because we can't just simply plug in the word hello in here and have it report true, or even try to give us a count there. We want to actually put in an individual letter. Now, how do we do that with a string? So if I did the following, if I did a console log of str, okay, so we already know that that is going to be hello, right? But what if I were to put in here square bracket 0? What would I get? So if I save that and run that, I get the letter H. And that's because what we're doing here is if you can imagine this being a placeholder, 0, right? the H is in the 0 position. If I put in the 1, then we would get the E. If I put in a 2, I would get in an L, and so on, right? So we can test that out here, save it and clear this and run it, and we get the E, right? So that's how we're going to go about this strategy. This concept is we need to loop through the string, and that will help us with trying to see, hey, is this letter part of the vowels that we're kind of checking for, right? So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll do a for, and then we'll do a let I equals 0 with a semicolon. And then we want to do this for as long as our characters are of the string that's coming in. Okay, so the str.length, it's going to supply us with whatever or however long our string is. Okay, and then we just have our iterator right there. All right, continuing on. Inside our for loop, we need to have an if statement. And that if statement is going to check to see whether or not that vowel is contained in the letter that we are examining. So let's kind of think about what's going to be going on here real quick. So when we start off this loop, we have a 0, right? So a 0 is going to be plugged in here. str0, what's in the 0 position? Well, it's an H. It's going to check to see, does an H, is that included in the vowel set? It's not, which means that this will not console log. Now it's going to move on to the next letter, right? Because after 0 comes a 1 inside here. Well, what's in the 1 position? It's an E. Do we see an E inside the vowels? We do. It's going to report true, which means that we will see a console log down here. So that's going to be kind of neat. So let's go ahead and save that. I'm going to clear this out here, and then I'm going to run it, and we get an E and an O. Well, that's perfect. It's console logging it, but what we need to do is we need to add something. We need to keep track of a count that's associated with this. So let's do let vowel counter equal, and we're going to start this off at 0. Okay. Now, instead of console logging the current vowel, let's just go ahead and do, you can either do vowel count equals vowel count plus 1. Okay. Or you can do the plus plus just like you saw earlier, and that's going to add 1 to it. Okay. And then the last thing that we want to do here is, instead of console logging the vowel count, we want to return the vowel count. All right. Which means that down here, we can do something like this. We can say let example1 equal vowel count here, and then we can console log example1. Okay. So let's go ahead and try that one. We're going to save it, and then we're going to run it, and we get 2. Let's do hello world. Save it and run it here. We get 3. All right. So it looks like our function works. Okay. Test this out with a sentence. Test it out with just a simple word. So hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial. Hopefully it was nice and challenging and refreshing for you. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to these videos, because more will be coming.